Uh, Hi, Adrián. How are you doing today?
All good, Jason.
Well, I think I see some faces on here that I imagine they're thinking the question that you would probably expect. So I'll just get to it. Do you have an update on Trinity's status after Wednesday?
Yeah, she's at the facility today, so starting the rehab, she's doing good. So the results that we got are the best scenario. Obviously, an injury is not always a good situation, but yeah, so it's not as bad as could be. So she's starting out the rehab. She has a sprain, MCL sprain. It's not too big, too much, but yeah, we need to see how she's doing, every day and start the rehab today and yeah, try to support her in this situation.
Thanks for that. I guess focusing on the weekend, you've talked a lot about how the team has had to deal with just the sheer number of games you're playing against a team that is in that exact same boat. How do you think the group has done in terms of the kind of the responsibility you put on them when it's you're sending them home and saying like you need to rest, you need to recover, you need to focus on that side of it so that we can get through these extra games. How do you think that's gone?
Well, I think we are doing a great job as a team, as a club. Obviously, it's not ideal to play 3 games in a short period of time. We played the other day, and then after 3 days, you need to play again, and then after 2 days, you need to play again tomorrow. So obviously, you don't have the time to recover as you want. You don't have the time to train as you want, but you need to adjust. And I think players are understanding that very good. So we are doing our best in terms of recovering, managing the loads as best as we can, trying to make as many rotations as possible, knowing that it's a challenge, obviously. But I think physically, mentally, we are doing a good job. It's the first time that we are facing a situation like that as a team, and I think we can learn for the future. But I think we are doing really good.
Appreciate that. I'll pass the mic.
We'll go to Stephen Goff.
Hey, Adrian, thank you for your time. With Trinity, first of all, do you have a timetable in terms of weeks or a month or what? Any idea what that might be?
No, unfortunately, I'm not, I think the right person to answer that. And that's gonna be, according to how she progresses, and we are gonna take this, day by day. Every player is completely different, and we want to support her, obviously. And as a human being, right now, is the most important thing is just to recover and see how she feels every day, and try to, to help her as much as possible. And we will see in the future. So right now, to be honest, I cannot anticipate that.
Got it. And just to follow up, obviously she has a history of injuries. It's mostly been her back in the past, not her knee. But I imagine you must remain cognizant and aware when she does come back that she does have her physical challenges.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all players, are, as I was saying, are different, and we are taking care of every player as an individual, and in terms of how we prepare the weeks, the games, and trying to individualize as much as possible the loads. And obviously, every player has a different background, and we always are taking care of those details. And obviously, right now, as I was saying, we need to focus on day by day, try to help her to recover, to heal as best as possible, and let's see how she's progressing every day.
Great, thank you.
We'll go to Thomas Floyd.
Hello, thank you for the time. One final question, I guess, just clarifying Trinity's situation. Do you happen to know if it is considered a grade one or grade two MCL sprain? Have you gotten that information from your staff?
It's grade one. Yeah.
Okay. And then, yeah, just obviously you have been rotating the squad, you have been building the depth of this team. Just how useful is that mentality when you face a situation like this and you know you'll have to play at least a couple of weeks here without a player like Trinity?
Well, it's obviously a situation that we don't want to face, but I think this team has gone through different adversities in the past, and mentally, it is a team that we are able to face any type of situation. And fortunately, we've been building a roster, with a lot of players available, with a lot of solutions on the field. We can attack and defend in a different way. So we've been practicing different lineups. Obviously, it's a big loss because we know how important she is and the impact that she can have. But fortunately, we have other threats, other players available, and we can also be very dangerous.
And one last confirmation. I assume it is safe to say that she has withdrawn from the U.S. women's national team camp coming up.
Well, I don't have that information.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Jose, you could go ahead.
Adrián, thank you for speaking with us. You mentioned it there, the depth that the team has had and has improved. Who has stood out to you in these last couple of weeks in the way you guys have improved with all these games? Who has stood out to you in the attack that will easily slot in, whether it's Trent or anyone else, are feeling ill or not able to compete in these final two regular season matches you have?
Well, as I was saying, I think we've shown different options to attack with different lineups. We are able to play with one forward, two forwards. With three on top, with two. So we've been modifying, like different type of wings. We've been playing with wing backs, so we have different profiles. Monday, Sophia, Rose can play there. Obviously, we have also midfielders that can play as a wing to go inside. So we've been playing with Gabby sometimes, with Paige as a wing back. So we have a lot of options. So I think as a team, fortunately, we've been building a lot of versatility, and right now, according to the game that we can face, we can have different options.
And lastly, for me, is there any update in terms of other injuries on the team heading into tomorrow's match?
No, all good.
Thank you. Thank you. Gracias.
Go to Emily. You can unmute.
Hi, Adrián. Thanks for taking the time. I wanted to talk about the games that you have in front of you. It was a pretty strong lineup you had out midweek, but looking ahead, even though you've wrapped up home field advantage in the postseason, there's an opportunity ahead this weekend for a rematch of last year's championship. What is the kind of approach to the final two games in order to kind of keep that, I guess, level going into the postseason?
Well, to be honest, we are not gonna face this game as like rematch or thinking about the past or what happened in last year in the championship. So we prepare the games always the same. Obviously, right now we have two more games just to prepare the playoffs. So we are gonna face each game, as best as possible to keep, maybe focusing on some details that we want to improve. As I was saying, we need to obviously protect the players as much as we can, making rotations, try to be in as fresh as possible for the playoffs, knowing that we have also now an international, situation with players. Most of the players or a lot of players from our team, they are going with the national teams, and that's going to be another factor. So yeah, right now we are just going week by week. So the next two games are going to help us to prepare the team for the playoffs.